The sky on Mars is a strange, rusty color. Imagine stepping out onto that alien soil. No more blue skies, no more familiar clouds. Just a vast, silent red planet waiting for us. What if we actually packed our bags and moved there? We're talking about building cities under domes, growing food in Martian dirt, and breathing air that we had to create ourselves. It's a wild idea, right? But scientists are already planning it, figuring out how we could survive and thrive on another world. Would you be one of the first to go? The Red Frontier, a new dawn. The first permanent human settlements on Mars will likely be underground, shielded from the harsh radiation and extreme temperature swings. Imagine living in a network of tunnels carved into the Martian regolith, with habitats pressurized and lit to mimic Earth's skies. These early colonists will be pioneers, not just of a new world, but of a new way of life. They'll be scientists, engineers, and farmers, all working together to make this alien landscape their home. Water, a crucial resource, will be extracted from ice found beneath the Martian surface. This water will be purified and recycled, a testament to the ingenuity required to survive on a planet where every drop counts. Food will be grown in hydroponic farms under artificial lights, with carefully controlled nutrient solutions. Imagine rows of vibrant green lettuce and tomatoes thriving in the red dust, a stark contrast to the barren exterior. Power will come from a combination of solar arrays, designed to capture the weaker sunlight on Mars, and perhaps small, advanced nuclear reactors. These power sources will fuel everything from life support systems to the rovers that explore the planet's vast plains and towering volcanoes. Communication with Earth will involve a significant time delay, meaning colonists must be self-sufficient and able to solve problems independently. The psychological impact of living so far from home will be immense. These colonists will form tight-knit communities, relying on each other for support and companionship. They'll look up at a sky that's a different shade of blue and see two small moons, Phobos and Deimos, instead of one large one. What will it feel like to be the first generation born under a Martian sky? Challenges of the Martian frontier. The thin Martian atmosphere offers little protection from the sun's harsh radiation. Astronauts would need specialized suits and habitats, constantly shielding them from cosmic rays and solar flares. Even inside, thick walls and perhaps underground living spaces would be essential for long-term survival. Think of it like living inside a permanent, high-tech bunker, but on a planet where the air itself is a deadly enemy. Then there's the dust. Martian dust is incredibly fine, almost like talcum powder, and it gets everywhere. It's also abrasive and potentially toxic. Imagine it coating solar panels, jamming delicate machinery, and even posing a health risk if inhaled. Keeping habitats and equipment clean would be a constant, exhausting battle against this pervasive red grit. Every excursion outside would require meticulous decontamination procedures. Water, the most basic necessity, is locked away on Mars, mostly as ice beneath the surface or in polar caps. Extracting it and purifying it for drinking, growing food, and even creating rocket fuel would be a monumental engineering feat. It's not just a matter of digging. It's about finding the right spots, developing efficient extraction methods, and ensuring a reliable supply in a world where resources are scarce and incredibly difficult to access. And what about gravity? Mars has only about 38% of Earth's gravity. We don't fully understand the long-term effects this reduced pull would have on the human body. Bones could weaken, muscles might atrophy, and other physiological changes could occur. Would humans born and raised on Mars be significantly different from us? Building a Martian society. Imagine stepping onto the red dust, not as a visitor, but as a permanent resident. Building a society on Mars isn't just about survival, it's about forging a new civilization from the ground up. First, shelter is paramount. Early colonists would live in pressurized habitats, perhaps partially buried underground to shield them from radiation and temperature extremes. Think modular domes, expandable as more people arrive, connected by pressurized tunnels. These aren't just buildings, they are the very foundations of a new home. Food production would be a marvel of engineering. Vast hydroponic farms, lit by custom-tuned LEDs, would grow crops in nutrient-rich water, recycling every drop. Vertical farms could maximize space, allowing for a diverse diet of greens, fruits, and even lab-grown proteins. Waste management would be incredibly efficient, with closed-loop systems turning every byproduct into a resource, mirroring Earth's natural cycles, but with technological precision. Every calorie, every gram of water would be accounted for and reused. Establishing governance and culture would be a fascinating experiment. Would they adopt a familiar Earth-based system or invent something entirely new? Resource scarcity might foster strong community bonds and a culture of cooperation. Perhaps specialized roles would emerge early on, with engineers, botanists, and geologists forming the core of the initial population. Art, music, and stories would undoubtedly arise, reflecting the unique challenges and triumphs of life on another world. Children born on Mars would know a different sky, a different gravity, and their perspective would shape Martian traditions. Education would need to be robust, focusing on STEM fields critical for survival and expansion, but also on history and philosophy to maintain a connection to humanity's past. What kind of laws would govern this new frontier? How would disputes be settled when the nearest help is millions of miles away? The very definition of community might evolve in such an isolated, yet interconnected, environment. What values do you think would be most important for a Martian society to thrive? Life beyond Earth. Imagine stepping onto Martian soil. The red dust beneath your boots is the first tangible sign that humanity has truly expanded beyond its home planet. This isn't just about planting a flag, it's about forging a new existence. We're talking about creating habitats that can withstand the thin atmosphere and extreme temperatures, places where life can not only survive but thrive. Think of enclosed biodomes, glowing with artificial sunlight, where plants are carefully cultivated. These aren't just for show, they're the very lungs of our Martian settlements, producing oxygen and providing fresh food. The challenge of sustaining life on Mars is immense. Water, a fundamental necessity, is locked away in Martian ice. Extracting and purifying it is a complex engineering feat, but one that's crucial for drinking, for agriculture, and even for creating breathable air. Every drop becomes incredibly valuable. We're learning to recycle everything, turning waste into resources. It's a closed-loop system, mirroring the efficiency of nature, but built by human ingenuity. This meticulous resource management is the bedrock of our survival. Beyond the practicalities, there's the profound question of what it means to be Martian. Children born under the weaker Martian gravity might develop differently. Their bones could be less dense, their bodies adapted to a new world. This is a biological frontier, a chance to witness evolution in action, guided by our presence. Our understanding of human physiology itself will expand as we adapt to this alien environment. And what if the possibility of finding life that already exists on Mars? While we haven't found definitive proof yet, the search continues. Microbes, perhaps, hidden beneath the surface, surviving in ancient water reservoirs. Uncovering such life would be one of the most significant discoveries in human history, fundamentally changing our place in the cosmos. It would mean we are not alone. What would be the first thing you'd want to explore on Mars? And so, the red dust of Mars begins to feel like home. We've learned to breathe its thin air, to farm its strange soil, and to build our future under a sky that's always a little bit pink. It's a monumental leap, a testament to our will to explore and survive. But as we stand on this new world, looking back at our distant blue marble, a question lingers. If we can build a new life on Mars, what else could we achieve? What if we set our sights on the vastness beyond, to the swirling clouds of Jupiter or the icy rings of Saturn? What wonders await us in the unexplored corners of our solar system?